First of all, tell me, what's your take on this whole immigration bill that went down at the Supreme Court yesterday? They struck down pretty much most of the controversial issues except for the fact that they're able to pull over people and ask for the driver's license. What's your take on that?
Well, I was glad that the Supreme Court ruled that way on that portion of the law. However, I was just disgusted with the entire Obama administration and Eric Holder that they even brought the lawsuit against Arizona, because Arizona should have the right to be able to protect their borders because the federal government isn't doing their job.
Now, let's talk about your Democrat opponent, Claire McCaskill, obviously well known to being one of the most liberal partisan Democrat members of the U.S. Senate, Claire McCaskill. What are your views on her and some of the policy positions she's taken, or her agenda, which just happens to be President Obama's agenda?
Claire McCaskill, who has supported Obama's economic policies, she's been a rubber stamp for him, essentially. And she and I are diametrically opposed on practically every issue. She thinks that the government knows best about your life. I think that you can make better decisions about your life. No matter what it is, she's voted for Obamacare, more government spending, fiscal stimulus, TARP, bailout, cash for clunkers. She's voted to raise the debt ceiling 6 times in one term of office that she's been up here in Washington. Her liberal policies do not match what Missourians want. That's why she's in trouble in Missouri, and she's very vulnerable.
Now, you received the endorsement support of the PAC, the Super PAC, I believe last night. What kind of a response are you getting from grassroots activists around the country? PAC is considered more of a grassroots type Super PAC. Is that what we're getting? Are we getting a lot? You getting a lot of this grassroots support around the country?
I am getting a lot of grassroots support around the country. PAC, Tea Party Express, because they are fed up with somebody like Claire McCaskill, who keeps growing government, spending money we don't have, and increasing our debt, and they want to see someone who will put their fiscal house in order, and I'm the one to do that. I was state treasurer of Missouri. I know how to balance a budget. I know how to live within our means, and we're not doing that right now in Washington, and it's got to change.
You're running it for the U.S. Senate against Claire McCaskill. What makes you think, or why do you think voters are going to gravitate to you and support you? Why are you the better choice as opposed to Claire McCaskill?
Well, one of the things I like to tell voters is that I'm running for office because I know that the status quo has got to go, and that means that
it rhymed.
It does. It rhymes, and it's the truth, because our country is in trouble, financial trouble, and it seems like nobody in Washington is paying attention to it at all, including Claire McCaskill. And people look at what's going on in Washington, they think that these guys are totally disconnected from them, and they are. And that's why we not only have to change the economic policies and the way what they're doing in Washington, but how it's done. We can't tolerate business as usual up here. One of the things that I'm proposing to do is to eliminate congressional pensions. Yes, eliminate congressional pensions, because that will get more turnover. That will keep people who are here in Washington more connected with us, the real people out here who have to, worry about that every day. They have so many perks, so many special treatments, exempt from the law. All that's got to change. People are tired of that.
I got a question for you regarding the pensions. Well, it has to do along those lines. But would you be in favor, because there hasn't been a budget that's been passed in who knows how long, would you be in favor of a no budget, no pay?
Absolutely. I've already supported that.
Okay.
That's part of what I'm running on. No budget, no pay. And I am not going to vote, let me put it like this. Unless there is a balanced budget, I will not vote to raise the debt ceiling. We can't tolerate this anymore. We just can't keep playing this same game, and I want to do things differently up here. I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do, and the status quo has got to go.